In this fast-paced world, we often find ourselves surrounded by a lot of things to do each day. But with the presence of technology and the internet, staying focused becomes challenging. We easily become distracted with notifications from our mobile phones or computers, and before we know it, distractions successfully stole our attention from what we were supposed to do. This is becoming a usual scenario, but with this book, we're provided with an essential guide on how to achieve focus amidst the many distractions around us. Newport introduces us to the concept of deep work, which is described as the ability to focus on a task which requires mental effort without distraction. This is proved to be a skill that results in positive outcomes. Here are the top 7 lessons from the book Deep Work. Lesson 1. Declutter your digital apps. Social media has become a part of everyone's daily lives. Our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook feeds, and even our email inbox got us hooked to our mobile phones, laptop, and computer most of the day. It seems that social media use has become a necessity for most people who use it for the benefits it provides, or simply so as not to miss out on anything. Joining the network may have some benefits like entertainment and leisure, and maintaining a connection with family and friends. But doing so also becomes a distraction from focusing on important tasks. For instance, the time we spend scrolling through Facebook could actually be inefficient, since we tend not to notice that we've been on it for hours already. Thus, Newport recommends that if we want to master the art of deep work, we need to take control of our time and attention from the distractions around us. Lesson 2. Follow a working time period. Another approach that could help us engage in deep work is to follow a fixed schedule. The principle of a fixed schedule productivity suggests that we allot specific time periods for work and for non-work activities. Setting a deadline for a particular task can actually be helpful, like having all tasks for the day completed by 5 p.m. By setting a goal, we commit ourselves to be focused on achieving it. We also set a time to take it easy with tasks like deciding not to open emails by 6 p.m. every day. Aside from keeping us focused, following a specific working time period can actually make us produce better quality and quantities of work, and is also seen to limit burnout. Lesson 3. Start your day with a plan. The best way to establish deep work is to begin the day with a plan. Newport suggests that we use the time blocking approach, which inspires us to schedule every minute of our day. It can be done by simply dividing our workday into time blocks and assigning activities to each one, which includes time for meals and breaks. This strategy also allows us to identify similar tasks that can be scheduled on the same block. For example, if we need to make calls and emails, we can put these tasks in one block, which we can schedule after a deep work session. However, time blocking does not mean that we create a schedule which we need to perfectly follow. Rather, this is just our guide on how to spend our time more purposefully and to better direct our attention to the tasks. Lesson 4. Prioritize tasks by urgency and importance. Sometimes we find ourselves getting drowned by the many tasks we have to do in a day or in a week. With the many things to do at hand, we sometimes do not know where and how to start. This lack of focus from not knowing what to do first can be stressful, which may affect the quality and quantity of our work. In order to handle this, we need to focus first on the extremely important tasks. For instance, we could give priority to the task that needs to be done immediately. Next, we could schedule the tasks that are important but less urgent by making a list of these things and schedule them in our calendar. Tasks that are less important but are still somehow urgent can just be delegated to others. However, we should check on the completion of delegated work to keep track of the progress. Lastly, things that are neither urgent nor important should not be done at all. Lesson 5. Lessen shallow work. Shallow work includes activities that are not mentally demanding, can be done with distractions, and do not create new value in the field of work. This includes checking emails, filling up a document, or facilitating requests, and discussions in a team messaging program. Although most jobs require plenty of shallow work, we should try to minimize and contain it as much as possible. Devoting most of our time with shallow work can actually serve as an attention trap that leads us away from the path of excellence. Instead, we should direct our efforts to tasks that can push our career forward. Lesson 6. Learn how to perform deep work. Deep work refers to the professional tasks that are done without distraction and require optimal mental effort. These are activities that produce new value and are hard to replicate. Learning how to perform deep work means putting more value on our time so that we can focus on high-impact projects. One of the easiest ways to consistently perform deep work is to build a deep work routine. For one, we should choose a space that's free from distractions and allows us to concentrate for a long period of time. A conducive environment signals our brain that it's time to focus. We then set a specific time for the task. We may start with as little as 15 minutes and work our way up to longer sessions so that our ability to concentrate will improve as we develop our deep work muscles. However, the ability for deep work is only limited. The longest time for deep work is only 4 hours per day. Beyond this period, our capacity for having direct focused attention starts to weaken. It's also important to define the measure of success for each session, such as the number of pages to read or write, to increase our goal-directed behavior. And most importantly, commitment is necessary to make deep work a habit. Lesson 7. Prioritize downtime. The deep work approach is not solely about work, but it's also concerned with the things we do after a working day. Having downtime is important because our brain needs to rest so that it can function better. After deep work, we should give our mind uninterrupted rest by engaging in activities that we like to do, such as spending time with family or friends, cooking or strolling. These downtime sessions will not only allow our brain to rest, but will also prepare us for another deep work the next day. In conclusion, the book condenses all of the studies and recommendations into a significant resource for anyone who wants to apply the deep work approach. It makes us realize that there's actually enough time to do the tasks we're supposed to do, if we just make a plan for the day, identify shallow tasks and deep work, and learn to concentrate more on activities that produce significant benefits to our career and personal growth. Thank you for listening. If you like the book summary and you want to see more in this category, please like and subscribe so I can create more. You can also get a free copy of the entire audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.